Yo, what's going on, everybody? In today's video, I'm going to be bringing to you a content review for all the new content that was just dropped today. It was an insane content drop. A lot of 99s, our first 99s that we see as part of a content drop, excluding obviously the big collection and, you know, a couple other things. The 99s are here. 11 of them dropped today, so we'll review each thing that was dropped today, talk about it a little bit. Lastly, give our opinion on the bosses we should choose, because the Field of Dreams program was the main event for today's content drop. So we'll get into it real quick, but before we do, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Turn those notifications on. In the comment section below, let me know what you thought about this content drop, who you're going to be going with in the Field of Dreams program, the Battle Royale program, what you think about those rewards and whatnot. Okay, lastly, make sure you follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and TikTok. All three links will be in the description below, so give me a follow on 3 platforms. I would highly appreciate if you did. And make sure you go check out my shorts channel on YouTube, pitching_rebel shorts. Go check it out. Hit the subscribe button. It is completely free. The link to that channel will be in the description below as well. Okay, all right, let's quit talking, get into this this content review. So first thing we'll talk about is headliner set 36 card, which is Grady SIZEMORE. This is a retro finest from 2007. Take a look at it real quick. 99 contact versus right, 104 versus left, 94 power versus right, 81 versus left, 93 fielding, 74 arm, 92 reaction, 82 speed. We know Sizemore is a center fielder, but he can also play left field and right field, and he's also a lefty bat who has better contact against lefties. This is the, you know, Sizemore was introduced last year. Card was a little bit underwhelming. Now this year, you know, they found a way to give legends better cards, more juice cards with introducing the retro finest series. Nice to see. I looked at his splits. He actually did hit better against lefties, 284 against lefties as opposed to 274 against righties, so that's why you get the higher contact versus lefties, but he slugged better against righties, as you can see. That being said, at P5 he gets to a 109.99 versus right, and then 109.86 versus left, with 98 fielding, 79 arm, and 97 reaction with 87 speed. Sizemore's a guy that has a really nice swing, so his attributes are gonna, or he'll play a little bit higher than what his attributes say. You know, not an end game center fielder, not even probably a center fielder, or even a, you definitely, if you have cuts, you're not playing them. And you know, besides that, I would probably still even go Seti Mullins over him. A couple guys, but not a bad card at all. I mean, it's 98 overall, good swing and stuff. Would be a fun card to use, and he's probably going to be on the cheaper side of things. So that's the headliners. We'll just start off, you know, basic with this, you know, content review and stuff and whatnot. Next we'll get into the new BR program and Battle Royale. Gotta go to the Battle Royale program. So at 90 points we get this prime Kevin YOUKILIS, first base primary with third base, left field, and right field secondaries. He'll have 100 contact versus right with 113 contact versus left, and then 89 power versus right and 101 versus left. So better against lefties. He is a right-handed hitter. Still good against righties though. Got 91 fielding, 82 arm, 92 reaction, 46 speed. So diamond defense at first right away. Good arm, good reaction. And then at I believe P3 or P4, I can't remember if it's the infielders get minus 4 or minus 4 or 5, but at P4, definitely P5, he'll be playing diamond defense anywhere you play him. With that being said, at P5 though, he gets to a 105, 94 against right, and then 118, 106 versus left. That's pretty damn good, especially since you can play him at so many different positions. Fielding goes up to 96, arm strength goes up to 87, and then reaction gets up to 97. Speed only goes up to 51. So I would only play my first and third base, nowhere else. Even though his reaction is really good and a decent arm, still kind of tough to have that 50 speed out there. He'd probably play a decent defense to have high gold and, you know, diamond defense if you ever use them enough to get him to P5. That being said, I haven't used a card of his, but I've heard his swing is really, really good. At 100 points, obviously we got the BR pack, and the 2 new cards that were introduced were VOLPE, future stars for the Yankees. If you don't know him, he's a top 10 prospect, but you probably do know him if you're a baseball fan. Shortstop primary with second base and third base secondaries, a right-handed hitter. He's got 101 contact versus right with 104 power versus right, and then 107 contact versus left with 98 power versus left. So reverse splits when it comes to the power, and then regular splits when it comes to the contact. 84 fielding, 83 arm, 87 reaction, 85 speed. So gold defense, anywhere you play him, we'll have that gold defense. At P5 though, gets to 106, 109 versus right, and then 112, 103 versus left. So very good, 100s across the board, and better against lefties. And then you got that fielding goes up to 89, arm goes up to 88, and then reaction goes up to 92 with the speed going up to 90. He could play gold defense anywhere. Won't get to that diamond defense even at shortstop until it gets to 89, just before that diamond defense. You know, solid card overall. Consider him a 5-tool player, of course. Then the other card they added was this Takashi Mike MUSSINA, 99 overall. Card art sick as always. 119 stamina, 107 hit per 9, 103 K per 9, and 105 walks per 9, and then he has 94 control, so elite control, good hit per 9, and decent K per 9 as well. 90 velo and 99 break. He's got a sinker as his primary, 4-seam, no curve, cutter, slider. So got that sinker cutter combo. You know, control 99 on the sinker, 99 on the 4-seam, knuckle curves at 95, cutters at 92, and the sliders at 86. So everything has elite control, even the 5th pitch. 90, and then the break has 97 on the sinker, 90 on the fastball, 99 on the cutters at 90, and the sliders at 95. So every single pitch is at 90 or better. And you know, his sinker's at 97, that cutter's at 90, which we love to see. Card could be definitely a card that you consider maybe, you know, putting him in the rotation. I'm gonna have to debut him and whatnot, but with that 107 hit per 9, you know, he's one of the highest right-handed pitchers, or one of the highest guys. Mike Mussina has one of the highest hit per 9s for a right-handed starting pitcher at the moment. So definitely a guy we have to try out for sure, since he has a sinker cutter combo with elite break and control. So those are your 2 new BR rewards, both 99 overall. So from here on out, we're gonna see the 99s drop as BR rewards whenever they come out again, another one. And then lastly, we're gonna go to the new featured program, which is the Field of Dreams program. This is only lasts for 10 days. So it's a very, very quick program. With that being said, I expect double XP to come quickly. And you know, we got the right away at 10K, you got the classics pack, where you have some flashback cards from previous years. You got this postseason Anibal Sanchez, this flashback monthly awards Kyle Lewis, monthly awards Max Fried, an all-star Max Muncy, and then Ryan Mountcastle. That being said, you know, Sanchez has 96 hit per 9, has a sinker cutter combo. You know, not a bad card, but probably doesn't make a rotation. Kyle Lewis got good, has pretty good hitting, you know, higher contact versus righties, but higher power versus lefties. Good fielding, okay speed. I would play him in left or right field, definitely not center field with that 50 speed. So Max Fried, 100 hit per 9. You know, got the 4-seam sinker slider, change up curveball. Not the best of cards, but not a bad card at all. This Max Muncy, everybody loves his swing usually. You know, has that even 100 power versus both, more contact versus lefties, got good defense, and he's a primary second baseman. And then you got this Future Stars Mountcastle from, I believe it was MLB 20 that this came out. And he could play first, third, and left. He's got 91 contact versus right, 102 versus left, 84 power versus right, 87 versus left, 68 fielding, 63 speed. This is probably the best card out of this choice pack, and the card that I'm gonna go with, to be honest. But there's more classic choice packs. You got another one at 30K, then another one at 50, and then you get to the 80K, you get the first Legends and Flashbacks pack. And these are just Legends and Flashbacks from previous featured programs, nothing new on this end. And then your first choice pack is going to be at 150K, and that's going to be your first, or your flashback bosses. So, you know, the meat and potatoes of this content drop today, we got 9 new bosses, 999 overalls, 3 flashbacks, the 3 future stars, and 3 legends. The first pack we get is the flashback, and we got Signature Series Joey Votto, obviously a lefty hitter, no secondaries, only first base. He's only got first base. He's got 117 contact versus right, 107 versus left, 100 power versus right, and 92 power versus left. So very even card, better against righties though. No slaps against lefties. He's got 81 fielding, 55 arm, 71 reaction, 53 speed. We don't really need a good arm at first base, but he's got gold defense at first base. Speed's okay, you know, 53, not bad at all. At P5 though, he gets to 122, 105 against right, and then 112, 97 against left. So contact gets over 110 versus both, and then the power almost over 100 versus both at P5. That fielding goes up to 86, so the reaction gets up to 76, and the speed goes up to 58. Since Joey Votto changed his batting stance, he's got that high leg kick now. In real life, they gave him that stance. It kind of gets in the way. It's a little bit of a distraction, but his swing is still good. I wouldn't necessarily say he's better than Frank, but not a bad card at all. Definitely not a bad card. Then you got this 99 Yadier Molina, 1000 RBI club. He just joined that this year in May. He's got 104 contact versus right, 103 versus left, 75 power versus right, 82 versus left, 95 fielding, 94 arm, you know, 96 block. The works for his defense, it's Yadier Molina. 41 speed, which is actually really good speed for Molina. First base secondary, can play diamond defense there too. Obviously, I would never play him at first because he doesn't have the hitting for it, but at P5, he gets to 109 versus right and 108 versus left, with 80 power versus right and 87 versus left. Fielding goes up to 99. Arm strength goes up to 99. Reaction goes up to 87, and then blocking goes up to 99 at P5, and then the speed goes up to 46. Kind of an underwhelming card. They could have probably given him at least, I would have given him, you know, over 110 contact versus both, and then at least 80, you know, 80 something power to start off versus right, and like 90 power versus left, but it is what it is. And you got this retro finest set, GREINKE from 2009, 118 stamina, 98 hit per 9, 110 K per 9, 100 walks per 9, 92 row, 96 velo, 99 break. Got a 4-seam slider, sinker, curveball, changeup. No outlier on his 4-seam, or has very good control though. Okay hit per 9. I would rather at this point of the year, you would want to see at least 105 on that hit per 9, but not terrible. That being said, he's gonna have 4-seamer at 97, so not quite outlier feed, but you know, it's gonna be upper 90s. The slider's at upper 80s, probably touches low 90s, which is good to see as well. Then you got that sinker at 95, that's good. Curveball's at 72, so big drop off from that 4-seam sinker slider, and then you change it to 83, also big drop off. Pitch control 99 on the 4-seam, sliders at 97, sinkers at 92, curveball's at 90, and changeups at 83. So every single pitch except for one has 90 or better control, and even the changeup as his 5th pitch has, you know, pretty good control. Then the pitch break, you got 90 in the 4-seam, 99 on the slider, sinkers at 81, curveballs at 89, changeup to 78. Sinker, we would want that higher, but 81's not terrible, but you want 90 or better on the sinker for it to be, you know, one of those heavy sinkers in the game. Slider's gonna be tough though. You know, coming into lefties, away from righties, even front door sliders to righties would be tough with that 99 break. You know, not a bad card in my opinion though. The best card in this pack is Joey Votto, and that's the card I would go with, or I am going to go with, and what I would go with. Then you got the Future Stars pack. You know, you got your O'Neal, Cruz, Riley Green, and Grayson Rodriguez. 3 big names, man. Start off with Grayson. Got that 105 stamina, 107 hit per 9, 112 K per 9, 79 walk per 9, 86 control, 99 velo, 99. Doesn't have the best of control, but passable for sure. Hit per 9 is very good, just like MUSSINA's is at 107. K per 9 is very good as well. And then the P5, man, he gets up to 110 stamina, 112 hit per 9, and 117 K per 9, and his walks per 9 goes up to 84 with the control going above 90 at 91. So very, very good at that end. He throws a 4-seam slider, curveball, circle change, cutter, and with that 99 velo and 99 on the fastball, they gave him the outlier on the fastball with that cutter as his 5th pitch. Kind of reminiscent of that Justin Verlander from last year, the perfect game 1. Obviously not as much hit per 9, but you know, he throws a slider, he throws a curveball, except obviously last year Verlander has a 12-6 instead of the regular curveball. He also has a circle change, which so did Verlander, and he throws a cutter just like Verlander. Verlander threw it a lot harder though than what Grayson throws it, which I prefer a lower speed cutter when it comes to a guy that has outlier on the fastball, because it's a big speed differential and it's tougher to stay back on. That being said, control 95, sliders at 86, curveballs at 82, circle change at 88, and the cutter even at the 5th pitch is at 81. Pitch break, you got 97 on the 4-seam, 99 on the slider, curveballs at 87, circle changes at 92, and then the cutter is only at 78. So that might be a little bit bad, but still that pitch differential speed. Very, very good card. O'Neal Cruz, everybody loves this guy. You know, made headlines because of being a 6'7" shortstop that can run like a deer and throw the ball across the diamond almost at 100 miles per hour, and then hit the ball over 110 at a very consistent basis. So, you know, big name guy. The community's been wanting him as a Future Stars player, and he's finally here. Left-handed hitter, can play third base as well. Got 98 contact versus right, 93 versus left, 115 power versus right, and then 112 versus left. Better against righties, but not far off either the contact or the power from his contact and power versus right. 83 fielding, 99 arm, 81 reaction, 99 speed. Right off rip, that 99 speed. That being said, at P5 gets to 103 contact versus right with 120 power versus right, and then 98 contact versus left with 117 power versus left. Fielding goes up to 88, reaction goes up to 86. So he'll play gold defense at third, and then high gold defense at shortstop. Doesn't get to that quite to that diamond defense, but with that 99 speed, he should cover a ton of range. And also being 6'7", he's gonna cover a ton of range. Super dives are gonna be crazy with him. Then, last but not least, you got Riley Green, center field primary with left field and right field secondaries. Left-handed hitter, 112 contact versus right, 94 power versus right, 116 contact contact versus left, 96 power versus left. So he's actually better against lefties by much, but he is better against lefties. So reverse splits guy. Fielding 89, 9 with 90 arm, 87 reaction, and 72 speed. So the speed's a little bit low for a center fielder. With that reaction and defense, he should play it okay. I would prefer playing him in the corner outfield position though. At P5, man, he gets up to 117 contact versus right with 99 power versus right, and then 121 contact versus left with 101 power versus left. Just insane card at P5, man. Fielding goes up to 94, arm strength goes up to 95, and then his reaction actually gets up to 90, and the speed goes up to 77. Again, a guy that even you could play him in center, but I would play him in a corner outfield position. He should absolutely rake. And then last but not least, you got the legend bosses. So we got 3 legends. We got Gold Glove, Al Kaline from 1959. 108, played center field that year. So he's going to be center field primary with left field and right field secondaries, but he's got 108 contact versus right with 81 power versus right, and then he's got 125 contact and power versus left. So an absolutely lefty killer, to be an absolute killer versus Randy. 92 fielding, 93 arm, and 90 reaction with 63 speed. Another guy like Riley Green, even lower speed, that I would not play in center field. If you're going to play him, I would play him in left field or right field. At P5, he goes up to 113, 86 versus the right, and then obviously contact versus left and power does not move because it's already maxed out. Fielding goes up to 97, arm strength to 98, and reaction to 95 with 68 speed. Still there. Doesn't play great defense, or is not going to play the best defense in center that you would want. You know, you want that fast guy to cover those gaps. Right field and left field that I would play him at. And on top of that, he does play diamond defense once you get him to P3 in left field or right field. Then you got this retro finest Brian Roberts. Brian Roberts was introduced last year. He got a milestone card that wasn't, correction. I believe Brian Roberts was actually introduced in MLB 20, if I'm not mistaken. I believe it was. Last year, he did get a milestone card with the 50 doubles club. Wasn't terribly amazing of a card. This is the first time we get a 99 overall Brian Roberts, and it's because of this retro finest series where they absolutely juice the attributes. So switch hitter, second baseman with no secondaries, 125 contact versus right with 85 power versus right. Very, very good against righties. Elite bat versus righties, and then holds his own against lefties. 98 contact versus left with 80 power. Switch hitter, so he obviously has the handedness advantage either way. And then fielding's at 94, 75 arm, 95 reaction with 92 speed. So diamond defense off rip, great reaction with great speed, cover great ground at second base. You don't really need an arm like that at second base, so I'm not worried about that 75 arm. At P5, you get up to 125 and 90 versus right, and then 103, 85 versus left. So very good card. 99 fielding with 99 reaction and 97 speed at P5. So very, very good card. You can almost consider him 5-tool. The only thing he's missing is really the power to be a 5-tool guy. And then last but not least, we got Ron Santo. You got third base primary with second base and shortstop secondaries. Right-handed hitter, new legend this year that was introduced. 104 contact versus right, 96 versus left. 104 contact versus right, 94 power. He's got 104 contact versus right with 96 power versus right, and then 100 contact versus left with 95 power versus left. So very even attributes, a little bit better against righties. 99 fielding off rip, 95 arm, 99 reaction with 70 speed. So he'll play diamond defense right off rip at second base, shortstop, and third base. At P5, he gets to 109, 101 against right, and then 105, 100 versus left. Arm strength just gets up to 99 at P5, and then the speed goes up to 75. Not a bad card at all. Kind of wish he had higher contact. That's the only thing. I don't even care that the power is in the upper 90s. He's gonna get at 100 at P5, but if this was a guy that had over 110 contact versus both, he could make some waves, because I really love Ron Santo's swing. I used program reward that came out earlier in the year as a BR program reward, and his swing is really, really nice. It really is. So unfortunately, just doesn't have that contact that I would want. I wouldn't play him over Jackie or Austin Riley or anything like that. So that's the only thing. Out of this choice pack, I would probably go with Al Kaline, just for the simple fact I could throw him on my bench as a guy that is going to crush lefties and still have good contact and decent power versus righties. So I'd go with Al Kaline, but I wouldn't be mad if you went with Brian Roberts. That's another good option, switch hitting bat that plays great defense at second and has great speed. So I wouldn't be mad if you went with Brian Roberts, but my choice would be Al Kaline, just for the simple fact I can throw him on my bench right now. I realize I did not talk about who I would pick in this choice pack. And to be honest with you, I would go with Grayson Rodriguez. Now, I don't normally like going with pitchers and whatnot because I don't really see that much. I see there's value to them, but not as much as an elite hitter. And you do have 2 elite hitters, but for the simple fact that Grayson Rodriguez, I think, could be the second best pitcher in the game right now, to be honest. With that outlier on his 4-seam and that cutter, you know, combo, I think, and the decent hit per 9, I think he could be the second best pitcher right now behind Randy Johnson. So this is a guy, you know, I feel like we're still starving for starting pitchers. Because of that reason that I think he can be the second best, I'm gonna prioritize him and pick him in this pack. You get one more pack where you can choose out of the 1 player out of the 9 bosses at 225k. So you'll be able to have, you know, 1 legend, 1 flashback, 1 future star, and 1 legend for sure. And then you can pick whatever you want in this last pack. First pack, I would go with VOTTO. Second pack with Grayson, and the last pack with K-Line. Now it's just who I think is the best, and it would be Riley Green is my last choice. Very balanced card. Guys can play good defense in the outfield for you, especially if you go ahead and put him as a corner outfielder. A guy that can crack a lineup right now, man. Those contact numbers with that power is elite right now. It is elite. I'm gonna go with Riley Green as my last pick. Now, obviously, we're gonna go ahead and get all of them at some point, but that's my choices for each choice pack. All in all, you know, huge content drop. We got 11 99 overall cards. The 99s are here. We're gonna start seeing them, you know, in bunches, I'm sure. We got another pro featured program starting next week on Friday, because this one's only 10 days. We got Griffey coming out here shortly on this Friday, where we're gonna have to grind 99. I'm sure it's gonna be a long grind, but you know, we need it. So all in all, great program, in my opinion. We got some guys that are gonna make the squad, you know, with Grayson. Even Riley might make the squad. I don't know yet. We'll got to see how his swing is and whatnot. I never use his Tops Now card, so I don't know how his swing is. Good BR rewards. You got Mike MUSSINA that can also possibly crack a rotation. VOLPE, very good card as well. Got good cards all around, man. We got these 99s. It's that point of the year, you know, Madden's about to drop in a week. We need to start seeing these 99s, and they're here. That being said, we still got a ton of content coming. You know, Friday the 12th, Friday coming up, we got this 99 Griffey that's dropping. I'm sure it's gonna be a grind because it says grind 99. Gonna be a big grind, but as long as the card, you know, worth it, who cares about the grind? Because Griffey's end game, it's worth the grind, right? Because it's gonna be all you gotta do is make sure you grind and you'll get them for free. That being said, next week, on Friday of next week, we already got another featured program. This one's only 10 days. We're getting 3 new bosses along with 5 new henchmen. So hopefully those bosses are even better than these bosses. A ton of content coming. And then in the schedule as well, it says the 26th of August, they're going extreme, which in my opinion means getting Moments Extreme back. You know, whether your Moments, Conquest, and Showdown Extreme, maybe all 3 of them come back. Who knows what's coming back, but we're definitely getting Extreme back from the looks of the content schedule. So the content is about to start dropping left and right. So make sure you're ready for it. You know, gather those stubs that you need for the guys you're gonna need to buy. You know, pick your cards wisely, you know, on who you spend on and whatnot, because the 99s are about to get here, so things are about to get that much more expensive. Hopefully this video helped you with the Field of Dreams program and decide on what cards you want to go on each choice pack or choice packs that we have. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Turn those notifications on, leave a like on the video, and in the comment section below let me know what your choices are going to be for each choice pack. Okay, and also let me know if you thought this program was a W or not. Lastly, make sure you follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and TikTok. All 3 links will be in the description below, so give me a follow on 3 platforms. I would highly appreciate if you did. And make sure you go check out my shorts channel on YouTube, pitching_rebel_shorts. Go check it out. Hit the subscribe button. It's completely free. Okay, the link to my shorts channel will be in the description below as well. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you in the next video. Love y'all. Peace.